Bring on the debate about tariffs. I can't wait for this, dude. For many, many decades now, we've been under this neoliberal assumption that tariffs are always and everywhere a bad thing. Kind of goes back to the assumption about inflation being everywhere and all the time and everywhere a monetary phenomenon. That's how much the monetarists, the Milton Friedmans, have dominated the state of economics. Tariffs are bad. Inflation is caused by government spending. Minimum wage is bad. And I can make a moral case why minimum wage is bad. I'm not going to hear. But we have had no debates on tariffs at all. And I just find it ironic. Man, there's a guy, Michael something. I cannot remember the guy's name, man. I just find it ironic that, and actually even free trade in of itself, we've been told, oh, this is great. Free trade is great. Tariffs great. Outsourcing, great. And they start saying, why is this great? Who's it great for? I thought tariffs would bring down prices. So they have. Yeah, they've also, what else have they brought down? You want to take a guess? No tariffs would bring down prices. But they brought down the real income. Real incomes are down. That's just a fact. Real incomes are down for the last 4 years. Now, you could say real incomes are a little bit higher relative to where they were, say, in 1980. Not for all populations, not for all groups, that's for doggone sure. And yet prices, while real incomes have gone down, what does that mean? Their wages haven't kept up with inflation. Even though tariffs have been, we haven't had any tariffs. We've had free trade, supposedly. Yet other countries still have tariffs. It's very strange how other countries have tariffs. Very interesting. And yet, somehow, we're the beneficiaries of that. Well, there are some people who benefit from tariffs. I mean, from free trade. But you cannot say the economy as a whole has. You can't. Now, does that mean they're bad? I'm not convinced they're bad or they're good. I'm just saying the debate needs to happen. Because I was one of those suckers who just bought into the monetarist economics for my whole career, essentially. Again, how did the country raise revenue back in the 1800s? Tariffs and excise taxes. Was there mass inflation in the 1800s? I'm just throwing it out there. Was there mass inflation in the 1800s? Oh yeah, no, there wasn't mass inflation in the 1800s. So tariffs and excise taxes, tariffs supposedly made prices higher, and yet we had tariffs in the 1800s, and what? We did not have mass inflation. Kind of crazy. We had deflation everywhere, all the time. Just throwing it out there. Free trade is always a good, everywhere and everywhere. Look, we call this comparative advantage in economics. And one guy posted something on Twitter today. A Chinese guy, had a circle, an American guy had a square, and I don't know, some European lady had a triangle or something like that. And because comparative advantage, the Chinese guy is good at making stuff in the circle, the American guy is good at making stuff in the square, the European lady is good at making stuff in the triangle. We trade, we have the best of products. I got my thing I'm good at, plus your two things you're good at, and vice versa. So because we trade, we have the best of all three things. It's called comparative advantage. You do what you're good at, I do what I'm good at, and then we trade without any conflicts. We don't have any burdens, i.e. tariffs or anything like that, thrown in there. All right, makes sense? Then the guy said, well, if we don't do that, if we put tariffs on there, then what happens is you'll have a crack. So if I make circles and you make squares, and we put tariffs on there, I'll have a crack in the thing I import from you because of tariffs. And you'll have a crack in the thing you import from me. So if we had free trade and we're freely trading among each other, we'd have a perfect square, a perfect circle, and a perfect rectangle. But because we don't have free trade, we have a tariff, then we're going to have one thing that's perfect, the thing you made, but the two other things will have a crack in it. That's very alluring, very seductive. The problem is there is no free trade. That's the issue. Free trade's a one-way street. We get stuck with the bill. And that's just a fact. Again, that doesn't mean free trade is necessarily bad, but when you have your manufacturing base leaving, all right, which we do, you can't then turn around and say, well, we need this product from our economic rival and military rival because we can't make it here in-house because we've outsourced our comparative advantage. We used to have an advantage in these products. We've outsourced them, and so as such, we need our economic and military rival we need to import from those guys. Those guys say, hey, great, you need this, that's fantastic, you're going to pay up for it. Or we're going to put tariffs on it. Or we're going to put excise tax on it. And you're like, well, I need that. Okay. Just like with Germany importing natural gas from Russia. Germany said, we're not going to take your natural gas. Russia said, okay, good luck there, guy. Now, Germany costs 53 cents a kilowatt hour of electricity. Wow. So who took it on the chin there? Yeah, because Germany needs electricity more than Russia needs Germany. We need the steel. We need all this stuff from our adversaries more than they need our money. And as such, guess what? Free trade isn't so free anymore, is it? It's very expensive. Maybe we should have put tariffs on there to keep our manufacturing base in-house, even though it might cost us more money, right? But guess what? It's more secure. That's just a fact. Oh, it costs us more money. Why would it cost us more money? Because the price goes up, but guess what else goes up? Wages. Interesting. Wages go up too, which means people's costs or their wages are going up, keeping up with the rate of inflation. Potentially. I mean, that's the debate we have to have. I just always look at the Smoot-Hawley Tariff Acts. I say, that happened in 1930. We had mass inflation from 1930, 31, 32, all the way through 1940, didn't we? No, we did not. Smoot-Hawley Tariff Acts did not have any increase in mass inflation and mass deflation. Then we had mass inflation in the, basically starting in the 1970s. That was caused by tariffs, wasn't it? Oh yeah, no, it wasn't. Anyway, it'll be an interesting debate to have. I'm very much looking forward to it. You'll hear all the creatures of the economics field. Oh my goodness, how dare you, Donald Trump? Don't you know this has been proven? Economics is a science. Yeah. All right, God bless. Love your thoughts. We'll see you.